Hey guys, it's Bobby Legs, and welcome to another episode of Bobby Legs Loves Watches. And today I will be doing a hands-on review of the Sinn 104. If you're not familiar with Sinn is a German watch company that makes their watches in Germany. Now, around 2 years ago, I was looking for other options other than Swiss made and Japanese made, and I discovered German watches, and in particular, Sinn. The Sinn 104 is one of their more popular models and receives a lot of fanfare and a lot of hype. I'd like to thank Chris over at the Watch Lounge for lending this watch, and I got to spend the last week with it, and I really enjoyed my time with this watch. Now, does it live up to the hype? Well, we'll soon find out. But before we continue with the review, please remember to like and subscribe and click that bell icon to get notifications every time I upload new videos. I love making these videos, and I hope you like them too. So let's get on with the review. The 104 is Sinn's classic pilot design. Varieties of this model include Arabic numerals or stick hour indices. The dial color options vary as well, from white, blue, anthracite, electroplated, and black. Limited editions have included a green dial, and recently a popular limited release included a blue dial with a blue bezel and petite indices, hands, and numerals. Strap options include leather, silicone, stainless steel H-link bracelet, and stainless steel fine link bracelet. Today we are looking at the 104 STSAI. So let's take a look at the specs. The case diameter is 41 millimeters. I measure the lug to lug around 47 millimeters. The case thickness or height is 11.5 millimeters, and the lug width is 20 millimeters. The case is polished stainless steel, and the crystal is sapphire, as both sides are AR coated. The 104 is powered by the Sellita 220-1, which is a self-winding automatic movement, 26 joules, 28,800 beats per hour. It is also anti-magnetic as per the DIN 8309, which means that a watch must resist exposure to a direct current magnetic field of 4800 amps per meter. The watch must keep its accuracy to plus or minus 30 seconds a day as measured before the test in order to be acknowledged as a magnetic resistant watch. It also has a water resistance of 200 meters, and the case does meet the technical requirements for waterproofness as set out in standard DIN 8310. So getting a closer look at the dial, you notice the matte black color of this particular variant. You have syringe style hour and minute hands, which, at first I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, but I do like them actually, because I feel like they help me figure out exactly what time it is. And these days I appreciate a watch that is very legible in regards to time. So I do like the syringe style, especially on this watch here. The second hand has a little bit of an arrow there at the end there with the fine point to help you gauge the exact seconds. The hands and indices are coated in luminescent color, and you have a luminescent pip or triangle at the 12 o'clock on the bezel. I'll include a lume shot here. You also have this bidirectional bezel, 60 click bezel, and it is a countdown bezel, so which I like. Most of my divers or all my watches pretty much have a bezel and that are time elapsed. This is countdown, so it's a little bit different, and I like using my bezels for gauging time. And this, I was boiling pasta the other day, and I used this the countdown bezel. The one thing, of course, is that there's no alarm, right? So when you get to zero time, if you're not looking at your watch, you can pass it. So you kind of have to keep at it and looking at the time, the countdown time, if that's really important to you. You have the Sinn script at the 12 o'clock or just under the 12 o'clock position, automatique by the 6 o'clock, and made in Germany at the bottom over there. You do have a day and date, and let's pull out and show you how that works. So the first position, a nice pop to the crown when you unscrew it is to wind. Second position is to change the date and day, and it is also English and German. And the final position is to change the time. So let's screw that in, and 200-meter water resistance. I had mentioned that the case was a stainless steel case, and it is polished all throughout, which is great. I think I would have preferred, some, maybe some brush angles, just to break it up a little bit, because it is fully polished and, quite shiny, but, that's okay, no complaints. You have this black leather strap, the Sinn strap, which is actually pretty robust, and you got the stitching on the outside of it, and you do have Sinn signed at the buckle here, the buckle end. Signed crown here, the Sinn. Let me see if I can get a good angle there. It's hard to see with the light reflection, but there is an S for Sinn there, so sorry if you can't see that. The lugs do turn down for a very comfortable fit. So I'm really impressed with the Sinn 104. I think because of its size, because of its tooly look, that this watch is a very good everyday watch. And I would, look, if this was a year ago and Chris had lent me this watch for a couple days to wear, I probably would have bought the 104. But in my collection these days, I have about 3 or 4 watches that are daily wears. So it would be hard for me to get this watch in my collection and be sure that I would wear it. I like to wear my watches, and right now it would fit in a rotation with 3 or 4 other watches that will go on daily, so it might be hard to get wrist time for me. But I think if you are looking for a daily wear, this is a very good option because it's a German, made in German watch, and I think, in my opinion, German watches for the price Swiss watches do not compare, or Japanese watches do not compare. I think the Germans, they over-engineer, overbuild, as everybody says, and these are great, great watches and great value for what you pay. A few years ago, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I started getting into German watches. Now, if you're interested in German watches and you want to dip your toes, this is another great option. The Sinn 104 is a great gateway watch to other German watches, other Sinn watches as well. So give this watch a chance. I think you'd be very, very happy with it. They're fairly affordable. Look, $1,300 new. It's not cheap, but it's not really, really expensive, and you get a whole lot of watch. And if you don't want to buy new, you can buy in the pre-owned market, and you could probably find these around, give or take, $1,000, a little bit less, a little bit more, depending on the variation or the type of dial, color, and whatnot. So again, guys, really, really impressed with the 104s. Please chime in the comments if you have a 104. I believe because of these reasons, it does live up to the hype. That it gets online. Like I said, it's a great daily wear if you choose to go that direction. And guys, I'll see you in the next video.